Well, that's actually a great way to phrase it because I do get asked a lot, tell me about the future, as if it's going to be completely different from the past. And what we do is try to take into account, as say, the continuities of war, those things about the nature of war that are similar, but then try to figure out what the changing characteristics of it are. How will the characteristics with regards to technology, with regards to the geopolitical situation, et cetera, like that. And, you know, the Greeks used to say, when you go to the future, you need to back into the future. In other words, sort of keep an eye on the past and learn from that and be informed, not captive, but be informed. So there's a couple of things I think that we are sort of putting in the box of, well, don't forget this as you kind of move to the forward, to the front. One of them is that, again, coming from the world of doctrine and all that, which I'm in now, is, you know, so we study extensively Clausewitz and Sun Tzu and all those people. As Clausewitz said, war is an extension by politics of other means. I mean, some of those things, they are essential continuities. And so you do have to keep the big picture in mind. And what we are trying to do, as we are writing our new Army operating concept, is understand that there's a tactical and operational part to war, which are battles on the battlefield, and they're either, you know, soldier to soldier or formation to formation. But then there is that strategic element, and then what we are trying to make sure as we look toward the future is that we build an army that allows our policymakers to be able to execute the strategies as they see it and have some sustainable long-term goals that, quite honestly, are in the interest of the United States and the broader world. And so not forgetting that linkage there, so not being preoccupied with just two levels of war, tactical and operational, but make sure we can tie it to the strategic level and make sure we develop leaders that are well versed in that, especially our senior leaders that understand that and can speak to it. And then therefore, as we develop the future of the Army, we have to make sure that our Army is one that provides multiple capabilities to the strategic policymakers of our nation. And so what we want to give them are options, not ultimatums. In other words, if you use, what we want to avoid is saying, okay, you can use the Army for this. This is all the Army is good for, but we don't do anything else. Because if we find out, we say, well, we don't do windows. The Army only does this. What we find out is all of a sudden the enemy starts putting up a bunch of windows. So it would be great if we could kind of work ourselves out of some jobs, but I think we're finding, and this is one of the continuities, that we just don't have that luxury, especially when you take a look at the strategic level.